You were doing so well, you've come so far, and you're going to cost me a fortune to get out of this. Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm attempting to go back and pick up my new project vehicle. If you didn't see the last video, you might want to watch that one first. I had a right nightmare with it, but hopefully it's been fixed and I'm going to pick it up today. I'm dressed for the Arctic just in case it happens again. You never know. And I've got a bag full of bits and bobs to get me out of trouble. Second train of the journey, we're going from Fareham to Salisbury. Fareham to Salisbury, yeah. I've made it to Salisbury so far, and the trains have been delayed by an hour. So yeah, it's going well. Hopefully I make it. Hopefully the van makes it. Here we are back in Honiton. Now I've got a half-hour walk in the rain to the garage. Maybe I should have bought another transit. Sometimes it's better to stick with what you know, but I don't know. I've been there, done that. It's time for a change. So this is where we took it. Heath Park Commercials, they've been absolutely fantastic. I'd highly recommend them. Chris is the owner here and he's been very accommodating of the work that I needed doing, and my van's been kept in this secure compound, which is really good. So let's go and see them. It's a proper garage. Hopefully it starts.
What a nice sound. Fired up like a new one, lad.
Lovely. We're going to give you a little pep talk now. When you get home, I've got a really nice service kit lined up for you. You're going to have special treatment. I'm going to look after you, I promise. And you're going to be turned into a fabulous camper van. So please behave, and it's well worth your while making it home. Promise. Okay, let me just show you something though, because she's pretty smoky. So we need to address that issue. Oh God. What have I done? What have I done? It's time to get going. say I'm getting a little bit bored by myself now. I will be recruiting for a new travel buddy soon, so if you're interested and you're not going to put me in the bin like the last one, please get in touch because we can go on some epic adventures together. I will be driving this truck to Africa once it's finished, and I'm giving myself a year to make it expedition ready, but I'm hoping to have it finished sooner than that. What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Half hour away. We've still got just over a quarter of a tank, so it should get us home actually. But I'm going to go and fill up in a moment anyway at Asda's because, like I say, I need to get my mum some flowers. It's her birthday tomorrow. Hey, that's not too bad. £60.45 for a 5.5 hour journey, plus getting stuck in the mud. I've got some beautiful flowers for my ma, so let's get going. I couldn't go to the toilet because they were closed, so I'm gonna wee myself in a moment. So I need to go, but hopefully we make it back. I've not got far to go now. Let's see how she starts. What the turning circle's like on this. It should be fairly good. Oh, no, it's not good enough. Oh, jeez. Not like my transit, okay? It's got the turning circle of a boat. So here we have the prop shaft centre bearing that failed. I asked the garage to keep it so I could have a look. That's the carrier, that sits in there, and the prop shaft goes through it. Let's take this out of the cable tie and see if it's actually seized and what happened that night. If you haven't seen the video, you might want to watch it, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. If not, then I'm going to show you this anyway. And then I'm going to clean the van, because whenever I get a new vehicle, I like to give it a thorough clean inside and out. It gives me a chance to look over the bodywork and just see what needs doing really. I've got a full service kit as well, and I'll make a video about how to service one of these if you've got one or you're just interested to see how you service a truck compared to a car. And we have got a few rough spots to sort out in this project, so there will be a little bit of welding involved. There's going to be a lot to do, but I plan on about a year time frame. I do work full-time as well, so this will just be my project in the days off, and it gives me plenty of content for you guys, that's for sure. So this is a carrier that the bearing actually sits in, and this is our bearing. Oh, look at the state of that. Yeah, it's completely seized. This is supposed to spin freely, this inner race and the outer race. So that's what's happened. The bearing's completely seized, and then probably got caught on the prop shaft, ripped off of this carrier mounting, and then it was just hitting around in here, making that horrible noise. Pop the seal off and just look at the state of the inside of that bearing. This is supposed to spin, and as you can see, it's completely seized. That's why that is going in the bin, and it's got a brand new one on it, which costs me £300 actually. So I suppose it saves me a job, but it was quite a lot of money. And if I crawl underneath it now, I can show you what it's supposed to look like in good condition, because we've got a new one on it. There it is. And that's the other one. It doesn't look too bad, the other one. I'm thinking it wasn't changed that long ago, because all this metal up here is nice and clean and the paint's all good on it. Whereas if you look at the paint on this one, you can see it started to go rusty. So this is quite an old bearing. So I'm happy both the prop shaft centre bearings on this van are good now. I might have to get a bigger tripod for this because it's quite high up. Oh God, look at that. Just about fits. Okay, what we got? Because I bought this van with no service history, I just want to give it the once over and check we haven't got any nasty surprises anywhere. So this is our power steering fluid. We've got a dipstick on the top. That's okay, it could do with a little top up actually. So we'll have to find out what oil it takes and get some of that. Our fuel filter down in there, it looks like it could do with a change. It's quite dirty, but you can never tell if you buy a vehicle with no service history when it was last changed. So I'll be changing that. I'll be changing the air filter. The bulkhead on this is in really good condition. There's no signs of rust in there. So I'm very pleased with this. There's a little bit of a rusty watermark down here. So I'll have to trace that back and see if there's any rust up in there. I can't actually see the level in here, and it looks a little bit grimy in this tank. So I want to take this off at some point and give it a good clean out. We can check the condition of the hoses. They all look very good. We can actually access this engine from the other side as well, but there's no signs of black death around the injectors, which is great. The brake fluid looks to be in fairly good condition. It's between the minimum and maximum line, so I'm happy with that. And then we've got a bit of a smoky issue when we first start this van up, but I'm pretty sure it's fuel related. Let's just check the condition inside there. Usually if it's a head gasket issue, you'd have a milky white substance in here, which is the water mixing with the oil, but that's fine. And I'm just going to check the condition of the oil as well. So let me pull the dipstick. Definitely needs an oil change, but it's not too bad. It's got plenty of oil in it, which I like to see. Not too much, because we don't want to run away diesel on our hands. And there's going to be one more filter for us to change, and that's in there, which is the air filter dryer. And it's actually got a date on the top of that, which is the 5th of the 7th, 2024. So again, it hasn't been neglected for too long. But the next job for me is to give it a thorough clean and see where I stand with the bodywork, where it needs repairs. There's a bit of rust up in this bonnet, so I think I'm going to take that off and completely sort it out. The inside of this bonnet, I think it must have had some foam stuck in here, which is missing. So this is just dirt basically. You tend to get this on the Mercedes Varios. The front of the bonnet goes. So yeah, we're gonna have to take it off and do a nice repair on this. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty good nick, but I'll show you it properly once I've given it a good clean up. On these Varios, it's quite good because you can also access the engine from the inside of the cab. So when it's chucking it down with rain, I can be still working on it inside here, which is very handy if you live in the UK, because it's always raining. Today is very rare, and it will be raining later, I can guarantee you. So here we have the mighty OM 602 diesel engine. And on that beautiful note, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you hit the alarm bell and set notifications to all, you'll be notified when I post new videos. And in the next one, I'm going to be giving this old girl a good old service, Turner's Workshop style. So stay tuned for that. And then once it's up to scratch mechanically, I'm going to turn this into my dream home on wheels. I was considering buying a property in the UK, however, the thought of a mortgage tying me down for the next 20, 30, 40 years, if I make it, is very depressing. And when I look at the options that I've got, what I can actually afford, it's even more depressing. So instead, I've bought myself this Mercedes Vario truck, which makes me very happy. Quite surprised that it's got a 12-volt system, not 24, being a truck, but the alternator's putting out 14.3 volts and the batteries measure like 12.5 across them, so they're connected in parallel. The headlight wasn't working and I couldn't get the bulb out actually. It's just one of these H1 bulbs. You can see it's gone, so we'll get a couple of replacements, so we've got a spare. I stripped it all apart just to see how it comes apart. Look how clean it is in there. It's spotless, no rust on this one.